Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today I'm going to help you find cheaper flights no matter your location. So there are a few things that you want to keep in mind. And one of the main tools that we'll be using is a VPN. As you can tell right here, we have ExpressVPN. I'll talk about the VPN options that are available a little bit later on, but if you're interested in any of the mentioned VPNs, be it Express, Nord, or Surfshark, you'll find both discounts and reviews in the description down below. Now, before I show you guys how this can be done with a VPN, which is a very simple process, by the way, there are a few things you want to keep in mind. Because when you visit these airline websites and whatnot, you may find different prices depending not only on your region, but depending on your search results as well. So let's say if you're not running a VPN while you're browsing, or if you're not running incognito mode either, well, the websites and your browser will be picking up cookies and will track your activities and will market to you specific flights that could be more expensive than it's supposed to. So as far as the cookies, if you're not in incognito mode, as you can tell right here, I'm not in incognito mode. But this is from the UK. So from the UK, if I were to book one of these flights, this is essentially the price from Japan to Germany. But when turning on the VPN, which hides my activities and disables all the blockers, all the VPNs that I picked today, by the way, do have these blockers. So you'll be blocking all the trackers that need blocking so that the websites don't track your activities and potentially advertise to you some spiked up prices that you definitely don't want to be paying. So here I made sure that I use incognito mode, but before that I turned on the VPN and connected to Malaysia, and I was able to find the same flights but at a much cheaper rate. So this is one way to do that, by again connecting to the VPN, which not only blocks trackers and hides your internet activities, because again, if you didn't know, a VPN will protect your data to make sure that nobody will be able to know what you're doing online, not your ISP, not your government or any other hacker. Everything will be as private as it can be. And that's why websites won't be able to track you and know what you're researching, which is very important in keeping the prices as low as possible. Now, you can definitely use some flight comparison tools like Skyscanner, Kayak, and Momondo, because the same flights could be available for cheaper in one of these websites. So you definitely want to compare and contrast between all the other websites. And some of the countries that I found to be actually quite useful to connect to using the VPNs when looking for flights is Singapore, Hong Kong, Mexico, Thailand, Malaysia, and that's why I'm connected to Malaysia here. And besides that, you also want to make sure that you're not looking for expensive airlines. So if you pick a reasonable airline, find a good country to connect to using the VPN. And of course, if you're using a VPN with good tracker blockers like Express, for example, or Nord or Surfshark for that matter, you'll be able to make sure that none of these websites track you and keep the prices more organic. So again, to sum it up, you want to make sure you're using incognito. If you don't want to use incognito for whatever reason, you want to go to settings, go to privacy and security, clear browsing data, and just delete all of your cookies and cached images and files. And if you want to go ahead and do it for all time, yeah, sure, you can go ahead and do that. And it'll work just fine. You don't have to use incognito mode. But again, when you're not using a VPN, your browser will start picking up on your browsing habits again, and it will store all kinds of cookies and whatnot. So when you keep a VPN on, it'll just prevent all of these trackers from recording your activities and picking up on your habits. Now, as far as VPNs and which one to choose, you can use any of them. Honestly, they'll all work great. I would go for Express if you're looking for something that is incredibly easy to use. It's super reliable and consistent, and as you can tell, the user interface is about as simple as it gets. And this is honestly why I like to use ExpressVPN. It's super quick to connect and disconnect. And out of all the VPNs that I've been using the past 3-4 years, about 15 VPNs, just regularly testing them, I found myself, whenever I genuinely needed a VPN, to be going towards Express. So for me personally, it's the best overall. Now, if you're looking for something that's a little bit more well-rounded and reasonably priced, I would go with NordVPN. Nord's been updating their application in a way that I have not seen any other VPN do so before. They've upgraded from 61 countries to 111 countries, and from 6 devices per subscription to 10 devices per subscription, not to mention all of the other bonus features that you get with Nord. So if you're looking for a very well-rounded VPN that is also arguably the fastest VPN in the business thanks to the NordLynx protocol, which is a proprietary WireGuard advanced protocol for NordVPN, making them arguably the fastest VPN again in the entire business. So if utmost speed and all these features matter to you, then NordVPN is definitely the best choice to go for. And if you're looking to secure virtually an unlimited number of devices with just a single subscription, as opposed to NordVPN's 10 simultaneous connections and ExpressVPN's 8 simultaneous connections, if I haven't mentioned that, not to mention that Express also has 105 countries, as opposed to NordVPN's 111 countries and Surfshark's 100 countries. Note that these numbers are subject to change, and these VPNs often update their server lists, so it could be different from what you're seeing at the time of this video. Now, Surfshark is also the biggest bang for the buck, and here's why. If you go for the one plan with Surfshark, which is considered to be the higher tier plan with Surfshark, it'll give you not only a VPN with a bunch of bonus features, it'll also give you identity protection features, as well as a fully fledged antivirus, and essentially an entire cybersecurity package that contributes to your overall online security. So if this sounds good to you, and the fact that you can share your account with many people, or if you have a lot of devices, you'll be able to secure them all with just an account, then yeah, Surfshark is absolutely the best budget VPN that gets the job done at the cheapest possible cost without sacrificing any of the necessary security features that you get with Nord or ExpressVPN. But again, for me personally, I tend to lean towards ExpressVPN simply because I spend the least time possible operating the VPN whenever I'm using ExpressVPN, which translates to reliability, consistency, and speed no matter what I'm doing. And so that'll be my personal recommendation, but at the end of the day, it's up to you whether you want to go for one over the other. You'll find the full reviews in the description, by the way, if you'd like to learn more about them, and great discounts that'll save you a whole lot more. So speaking of discounts, let's just say if I went to Express here, you'll notice that we have a few plans on hand, and I've noticed that a lot of people end up spending more money on the monthly plan as opposed to the 12-month plan, and that's because a lot of people think they're not going to need the VPN for longer than a month, and so they go for the monthly plan, but they end up using the VPN for more than a month, and it keeps resubscribing to this very expensive rate. So unless you know you're not going to use the VPN for more than a month, then you probably want to go for something that saves a little bit more money in the long term, like the 6-month plan or the 12-month plan. And the same principle also applies to Nord and Surfshark. Again, you'll find all the links you'll need in the description down below. And besides that, comment below if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer all of them. Like and subscribe if you'd like to support the channel and stay up to date with everything VPNs and cybersecurity. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.